Welcome, everybody. So I thought I would make an interesting follow-up to my near-death experience video. Um, I wanted, for people more interested in medicine and kind of medical interventions, I wanted to go and rank my symptoms on the National Early Warning Score NEWS-2 when I was in that near-death experience on the recliner. So this is to give some quantitative analysis on how at risk I was, how much danger I was in, and the methods I'm going to be using to calculate this are pretty complex. So we have 7 questions, mainly 6 here that I'm going to be answering. And we'll see together how high my National Early Warning Score 2 was while I was in that recliner at the psych ward after my mix of energy drinks and the medicines that I took. So, respiratory rates, breaths per minute. So usually when I take propanol, my breaths per minute can go down to 7 to 8. Now that is usually concerning, but for me, I actually have I'm able to tolerate 7 to 8 breaths per minute quite well without any substantial SpO2 drops. But in this case, it is essentially a 100% chance that during that state, in the recliner, I had less than 8 breaths per minute, significantly less than it. So we're going to put 3 for that. There was no hypercapnic respiratory failure. I do not have a chronic lung condition. SpO2, I consistently got measures in the mid to high 80s, and I would only get readings of 94 to 95 maximum. I would get readings throughout the day, throughout my stay, on my left hand of less than 91. And so I think because perfusion, if you're not getting the oxygen to your extremities, if it's in the mid to high 80s, then it would count as a medical emergency. It's not classic hypoxia, it's perfusion problems throughout the extremities. So therefore, we're going to put less than 91% for SpO2 for that episode. So we're already at a medium risk. Urgent review by a ward-based doctor to decide a critical care team assessment is needed. So I need 1 hour of monitoring. I was not on supplemental oxygen, although it can be argued that I should have been. Temperature, I do not know. I'm not going to guess, so we're going to assume that it's 96.9 to 100 degrees. Systolic blood pressure. I also don't know this, and we're going to be a bit conservative with this estimate. I don't see it being above 111, being sedated on the recliner with poor perfusion, with dysautonomia. I don't see it. I don't see after giving propanol, I don't see systolic blood pressure being normal, but I don't want to put it at 91 to 100 or less than 90 because I'm not sure. I'm not for sure, but I know that there is no way that it was above 111. I'll give you some context. My blood pressure usually, my systolic lying down is usually 115, conscious awake. So this has to be lower. I mean, if I'm on there sedated, it has to be lower than 110. So we'll go conservative here and say that my systolic during that event was 101 to 110, although it was likely lower. Pulse beats per minute. We know that propanol, when I was awake, about a week or so later after that recliner incident, my beats per minute was 46, and that was awake. That wasn't asleep. So likely this would be while asleep, I would have less than 40 beats per minute on this state. Consciousness, I had a altered state of consciousness when I woke up, and I was very, very likely unconscious when I was asleep Basically, my dreams went from vivid to blurry to mechanical failure, and then I had that near-death experience. Colors basically vanished, and all I saw was black and white skybox. I couldn't hear anything in the ward. I couldn't hear any doors or anything like that. And I was in that state for 2.5 hours, which is kind of unusual. So we're going to put yes. So depending on, if you want to be a little more conservative here, we can say, so this is as liberal as I'm going to go, 13 points. Actually, as liberal as I'm going to go 14, right? So we'll do 91 to 100. If you want a conservative estimate, since I'm going to do a range, you can put here, and since we technically don't know, we can do here. So there you go. My News 2 was anywhere from 11 to 14 during that time.